Hello everyone, it's Sonia McDonald. Over the past few months I've been doing a lot of research around courageous and kind leadership. And what does that actually mean? What does it mean to be courageous and kind in your leadership? However, I'm going to focus on courage. Kindness is going to be another video which I think is going to be really important to watch. But when we unpack courage, what does that actually mean? Why does courage matter? What is courage? And I have been doing a lot of research, talking to so many people about courage, getting their stories and their insights. And when people are sharing with me their stories and insights around courage, they don't talk about courage in the exact way that I thought they would. They talk about courage as being around, they use language such as, I felt really scared. I was petrified. I was terrified. I felt this fear. It was kind of like a flight, freeze, fight response, and that was really interesting. But the other interesting thing was there are a lot of stories around that it wasn't that the feeling or even the state of fear was the challenge, it was how they were going to move through the feelings in that state to get to courage. And they knew they had to feel fear, they had to be in that state to get to courage. And then I heard stories and language around when people actually embraced the fear and moved through it to get to courage. There were people that were saying to me that they felt, there were words and language around, I felt like a rebirth. I felt like I reinvented myself. I had this feeling of I could just do anything. I was capable of anything. Bring on the next challenge. Isn't that interesting that it takes us to move through fear to get to courage? And I really identify with that because sometimes I think we attach feelings to certain things that we need courage to get to that state. That state of courage that we attach feelings of I'm too scared and petrified, and it stops us to getting to courage. I always use these are the things that I always focus on when it comes to courage. Two things, purpose and destination. And I'll give you an example, a bit of a really good analogy around this in a story. It's like, for instance, you decide to go sailing. Maybe you decide to go sailing to Fiji. And you know that your purpose is that you're going to go on this amazing trip. You're going to be on the sea. You don't know what to expect. And your destination is going to be Fiji, that you have actually got to Fiji, to this beautiful place to relax. However, when you're on the boat, you kind of, obviously there's courage to actually sail there. There could be, a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of the unknown, I'm maybe a little bit scared, it could be a little bit fearful. But whilst you're on the boat, you don't kind of navigate to Fiji going, you know what, we're only going to navigate through the calm waters. We're only going to navigate and where we feel as though we're sailing smoothly. So you know what, if there's going to be some rough weather, or if there's going to be, some times where we're going to come up with some challenges, let's just take a detour with the boat. Let's take much longer than we thought we would be, just to avoid all the things that we're scared about, all the things that are uncertain, all the rough weather. You kind of move through it because you know that you've got that purpose and the destination. And I'll share a really interesting story because that really relates to me because of all the public speaking that I love to do. However, a number of years ago, I wasn't so excited about public speaking, but I knew it was a challenge. And I'll give you an example. Several years ago, I was asked to speak at a human resources conference. It was one of my first keynotes, and I was so excited, but I was so petrified. Anyway, I thought I'd put all the preparation into place. I'd practiced, I'd watched all these TED Talks. I thought I really nailed it. Anyway, I flew down to Sydney. I had some friends come and watch me. I'm standing in the room and I'm saying to the event organisers, do you have this? Do you have that? Do you have this for my presentation? Anyway, they didn't have it. There was a miscommunication. I literally had over 100 HR executives walking into the room while they were racing around and IT were racing around trying to get everything sorted. Anyway, it didn't get sorted on time. And I remember standing there and literally you could see the fear across my face because I thought, oh no, nothing is working. This whole freeze, flight. I literally wanted to race off stage. But you know what? I kept focusing on those two things, my purpose and the destination. And my purpose was that I wanted to create a world of great leaders, great courageous leaders, and I knew this keynote was going to do it. Okay, you know what? Nothing was working out that I thought it would, and I burst out laughing, and I just kept it real and authentic with the participants in the room. And I said, guess what? I'm really hoping this keynote doesn't suck, but this isn't working, this isn't working, this isn't working, and I'm just going to give it the best shot, because at the end, the destination, I just hope one of you embraces a change in mindset and attitude around their leadership. That's all I want, is just one person. And I just burst out laughing, what am I doing? But I thought, you know what, I just have to move through this fear. I knew the fear was a state. And the thing is, after that, I didn't blame anyone. We tend to do that when things don't go our way. I just went, what did I learn from this? And in turn, you know what? It just made me stronger. It made me better. And sometimes, when I think about public speaking, a lot of people will say to me, oh my gosh, I would hate public speaking, and I really fear public speaking. But it's not the public speaking that they fear. They fear the feelings around the public speaking, which is maybe, what happens if I say the wrong thing? What happens if I stuff up? What happens if someone thinks badly of me? They fear the feelings associated with the speaking. When you let go of the fear of the feelings, or let go of expectations or anything around that, you can get to courage. And it's so amazing to hear people's responses during the research and insights that I have been doing around courage, and the stories of courage, and the reward and the purpose and the destination, and that they've got from moving through fear to get to courage. And I always say, if I can do it, you can do it. Okay? Just move through it. Get to courage. We need more courageous leaders. I want you to live the life you want to live, that's courageous and authentic and kind, and just be the best version of yourself. Don't look back in life and go, I wish I wasn't so fearful. I wish I wasn't so scared to be who I truly am and to lead and live the life that I truly want. Remember, these feelings you can change. Move through this state. We all feel fear, and just go out there and be courageous. If you'd love to share your story with me, contact me at soniamcdonald.com.au, or stay tuned and for our Courageous tour that I'm doing at the moment, and my new online Courageous Leadership program. And then we're doing a lot of group coaching as well around that, because I really want you to be that courageous, best version of yourself and be that leader. Thank you.